welcome back to yet another episode of my Football Manager 2023 game save with Darwin. That's right, we're doing absolute bits here in a very echoey kind of room. I do apologise for the backdrop. Just had guests this whole week, so maybe if I move this forward and don't have to speak too much or loudly, it won't be so echoey. But anyway, we are here today, top of the table once again. This Darwin team looking like the real deal. They really do now. Having continued where we left off, which was, I believe, the FA Cup game against Brentwood. Either this 2-1 win or 5-3 win. I think, well, we definitely saw that. We may have caught that. But since you were last with me, let's just say we didn't do that. Penrith. We lost to Penrith 3-2 there. Impala got a goal. Kuyate as well. Red card. Didn't make things easier. Concert was next up in the league. 3-0 winners. Bottom of the table. Impala, Jessup getting his first goal, Trevor Bryan as well, and then Farsley Celtic at our place, Crompton, Wheatley, Robertson and Impala. So we're back to take on Felixstowe in the FA Cup third round qualifying, and then it's up against second place, Bradford Park Avenue. So a really good couple of games there before we plough on into Oblivion. I think after that I'm going to do a bunch of off camera and come back maybe during the Christmas build-up. But anyway, further ado, let's get on with it. Take it on Felixstowe in the FA Cup, hoping to get through to the next round. So we did actually bring in some players since I was last with you. Did we lose anybody? If we did, nobody to anything substantial. But we brought Archie Proctor in, 23-year-old centre-back. We were very light on numbers. Can play at left-back as well. He's in the team straight away. And then, of course, Luke Hendry coming in, veteran, can play on the right-hand side, also centre-back and left-hand side. So defensive reinforcements and guys that will actually compete for this team. Hendry starts, as does Proctor, in a team, like I said before, been a little bit light or fitness-wise, some concerns across the board. We do have a lot of loanees, and I'm trying not to use them, but we're going to go with this. Truman, Bryan, Proctor, Crompton, Hendry, Sheaf, Lewis, Pedro, Osadebi, Kuyate, Wheatley, with the likes of Impala on the bench as well. Let's get some other actual guys on the bench. Not this fella. I want to get Louis Davidson on for Jessup there. So we've got the big boys on the bench if we need it, and hopefully we don't need it. So let's get cracking and give a couple of debuts to the guys at the back. What a way to come in. What a baptism of fire it could be. Again, we're playing away. I'm not sure where these guys are in the football pyramid, but if we can get a win, I would like to see that. Playing in blue, here we are, Sheaf to Crompton, who's been phenomenal at the back there. Kuyate, back to Crompton, Lewis to Sheaf, link up, Pedro hits the frame, but he was offside anyway, doesn't count, wouldn't have counted. Trevor Bryan won the captain's armband today, throw in Hendry. Bit of encouragement from me on the touchline. Lewis crosses. It's a sliding tackle. And Felixstowe get away with it. Oh, well, we snuck it in there. Osadebi with a goal. Wheatley with the assist. I don't know what. I was too quick to see how many goals he's got this season, but he's started off very well, as I say, Osadebi. One of our older players, older statesmen in the team now. Lewis gets the ball. Kuyate over the top for Wheatley now to chase, and he of course adds the second, and we're looking good for the next round in the FA Cup, boys and girls. We want to get to the first actual round. I think each and every game now we are breaking records because we've not really gone very far in the FA Cup. So since we took over the reins, free kick here, Sheaf. Oh, grab there by Hall, quick kick out. But we deal with it with Hendry and Proctor, the two debutants linking up nicely. Here comes forward. Look at this backdrop here. Right in the town, cleaned up though by Lewis now. Breaks to Pedro. Maisie run for himself. Can he get cross in? Petit with a cross. Pedro heads back, loses it, gets it back. Some scrappy dappy do stuff by Darwin here, but they come out with it on the left-hand side. Inwards they go. Lovely run. Brown's in. Brown's the keeper. Truman's got no chance. And that is a good goal from Felixstowe. So let's throw some encouragement out to the boys to keep their heads. Oh gosh, deal with this, Truman, deal with this. What a mare. What a mare. Wilson Braithwaite. Yeah, actually decent spell of the game here, Felixstowe. Pumped out to left-hand side. Brian now, left back. Proctor to Lewis. Time and money. Back to Pedro. Pedro and Proctor now linking up over the top there for Wheatley. But Osaimi nicks it. Hits the frame of the bar but goes nowhere. Good effort. Good run from Osaimi. Pedro looking more than likely to be the sacrificial lamb. When the substitutions come around, picked up by Brian once again. Lovely marauding run from the left back. Lewis stalls, goes all the way back to Proctor, who dinks it over the top. It's poor. Hall with his quick distribution is a problem for us. Brian gets it back though, over the top. Wheatley heads it on, and it's Kouyaté slots in, his fourth for the season. And we are back with a 2-goal cushion, boys and girls. Back with a 2-Tour, whatever. Wheatley's having a stormer. He's been involved in each and every one of these games. Sheaf now to Kouyaté over the top for Pedro. Lovely pass there. Took a bobbly ricochet. Still alive. Can we make it count? Hendry picks it up. Pedro cuts inside. And he gets himself a goal. Hendry with the assist. And it's been a near faultless performance from the attacking quartet here. I think all getting a goal or an assist. I think they all actually got a goal, didn't they? Kouyaté, Wheatley, or something. Yeah, they did. Wheatley with a bunch. It's been a great first half from them. Picked up now by Lewis. Kouyaté dinks it. Salemi with that run again. He likes that run. 6th of the season for him. And we are looking brilliant. I don't want to sugarcoat it, but it is brilliant. Performance. Away from home as well. 5-1. We're going to bring on some boys here. Second half. Give these guys a rest. But cannot fault that. Great 45. Let's make some changes. What to do? We're going to get Mpala on here for Pedro, I would say. Gilead for Kouyaté. How about those? Give them guys a run out. Keep ourselves at least one substitution left. Bit of encouragement. Kind of had the opposite effect on the team, but let's see what it goes. Sheaf now to Lewis. Spreads it to Gilead, who's not having much game time. Poor, and that's exactly why not delivering with the goods. Saunders Henry with a nice run here for the hosts. Wilson Braithwaite cuts back. McGlinchey, Brown, crosses. Nearly a second goal there for Felix though. Get your head screwed on here, guys. See, and just like that, an injury. So Salemi, that's why I was a little reserved to going all out. Here we go though. Hendry has had a good debut. Gilead, Lewis, Hendry crosses. Wheatley shots, hits the frame. Brian will pick up the loose change, but I think that will just about cut out that highlight. Or will there be something else to it? Brown now for Felix though. Crosses dealt with. Proctor. And now Impala, what we got going on this left-hand side. Stalls. He wants in on the action, and his long-range ambitious effort goes wide. 17 shots of the day, 2.02 average. It does give us an extra sub. We might have 5 subs then, it looks like. So maybe let's play this highlight out and see who else we can bring in. Sheaf. Brian's been good. Back to Farah now. Lewis. Proctor dinks it. Was that a shot? Or was that an attempted lob? Big ball out by Hall, picked up by Hendry, who's had a stormer here. Farah at centre back. Gilead. It's not been good the second half, to be honest with you. But now's the time. Robinson. Is that the highlight? If that was the highlight, that was pretty poor. Hall with the drop kick once again, a sweeping kick picked up by Farah. A heavy touch. Forward on it. Truman with the save. Let's see if we have any more substitutions left. Let's go Davidson, eh? Last change. Fire up. There we go, Hendry. Now we're going to get one more goal. Crosses, and Parler's there, goes wide. A 45-minute outing for the majority of folks. That's a loose ball. Truman comes to it. Looking for an option. What you got? Truman rolls it out to Farah. Farah scoops it high. It's poor. Picked up again by Brian now. And Parler holds it up. Sheaf Marauding run by the midfielder. Back to Impala on the left-hand side. Not where he wants to be. Stalls, crosses it back. Lovely effort. Paul Lewis. Only his second goal of the campaign. And that was a banger. That was an absolute cherry. We're not going to see it again, though. We might even have time for a 7th here. Farah's on this one. To Lewis, to Gilead. Stalls, back to Farah we go. Looking for another option. Plays it out. Hendry crosses. Gilead pulls it back. Davidson's there. And then Parley does get his goal. His 15th of the season. And that's 7-1. What a game in the FA Cup qualifying. Pretty much, I think we had 7 different goal scorers there. No, we didn't. I said we got 2. So not too shabby, though. I'll take that. Maybe I don't need the background after all. Maybe this is what it's all about. 7-1 into the round, next round of the Cup. 7th heaven for Darwen. Brilliant. And a great debut for the 2 guys. Next up, though, is the biggest game of the season in the league. We were going to take on second place Bradford, but Hyde have now snuck in there. We're going to take on Bradford PA anyway to see what we can do in regards to strengthening our position in the league. Okay, folks, here we go then. Next up for us, it is Bradford Park Avenue in the league at their place. We're actually down to second with 3 games in hand over Hyde, who are actually top now with a 3-point advantage. So win for us today. We should regain top spot. Have we played Hyde? I don't think so. So that's probably something to look out for. Hyde and Worksop, maybe something to come back for, perhaps. We've also got Gloucester City in the 4th qualifying round. They're in the Vanarama National League North, which could very well be the next division up, which, let's have a little look here. The winners of this last time, Warrington. Yep, so that is the next step for us. So we could see just how good we are. We're going to mix it up a little bit here. So give me a couple of minutes to revamp this team. Okay then, folks, we have mixed it up a little bit. Truman remains between the sticks. We have Brian at left back. Proctor continues alongside Crompton and Late. Collins, Edwards in their midfield slots, and Pal on the left. Lewis, Kuyate, Wheatley are the starting lineups. Just checking on some of these players who could leave at a moment's notice. So we will give Bradford Park Avenue a go. Of course, this is a very, will give us a clear indication of whether we are realistic automatic contenders, or are we just frauds, for want of a better word. So let's see if we go. We are in the red, and an early bit of possession here. Edwards with a strike. Thomas goes down to the ground, and we started off brightly. Proctor at the back, scoops it high. Thomas cleans it up as we try to break them down. Here we go. Crompton, Brian, left-hand side. Loses it to Hunt, who scoops it high. We get it back to Kuyate over the top for Edwards with a marauding run. He heads it towards goal. A bit of trickery there, or a little bit of fortune maybe. But it goes wide. Corner though, following on. Not much on it. Berry 1-0 up, or 1-1 against Masker United. As we try to get the league tables up here, we are above Bury. Mask now 3-1 up against Bury now, so we'll see. Crompton to Collins, comes deep for this ball. Marauding run, Edwards over the top there for Wheatley. Oh, he's just about to celebrate there, but unfortunately he goes wide. And Parler's got a bit of an injury, which we will take care of in just a second. To the right-hand side, Kuyate with a marauding run. Pulls it back. Does he does. Edwards takes a little ricochet. Wheatley, I'm hoping that's onside. Let's have a look at what's going on with Impala. We got Pedro. That's not like for like, but as close as we're going to get. So Impala coming off, of course, a goal threat. But Wheatley is the future, really. He's come from Man United. We've got to get him secured to an actual contract, because we could lose him for absolutely nothing. And that puts us top right now on goal difference, which is great. Edwards to Lewis to Late. Late. Stalls, pulls it back. Kuyate crosses. So another goal is Pedro coming on there. Kuyate with the assist. And we are now 2-2 against Bradford Park Avenue. Actual realistic contenders to get themselves promoted. A corner though for Bradford PA. Come back out. Bailey with an effort. It's cleared. Collins, Pedro heads it clear. Still alive. Wheatley keeps it going, but it's back with Bradford Park Avenue. Swoop to the left-hand side. It's cleared partially. Ferguson with the cross. It's a good effort, but it's gone over the bar. We like that, guys. And that is half-time. 2-0 up. Great goals. Wheatley and Pedro giving us the upper hand. And I actually might switch it up a little bit here. What's going on? What's going on? What are you guys doing to me? Less attacking, just a little, positive approach. See if this can keep us in the mix. Pedro with an effort. Great. Trevor Bryan wearing the captain's armband. Proctor now swapping out for Hendry. The two substitutions have come on into the team. And on the right foot as well. So great additions to the club. All we need to do is just roll out to the big fat W. Less highlights is best. Bradford PA are throwing the kitchen sink at us at the moment. Hunt. Where's the defence? Great grab now. Truman, what you got in your locker, buddy? What you got in your locker? 4 minutes to go. 2-0 up. Wheatley down the middle. Edwards. Pedro holds it up. Back to Bryan. Hendry scoops. Oh, a bit adventurous from the keeper. He gets away with it. It's Nolan now for Bradford PA, but he shoots way over the top. I think we might just about hold on for the victory here. And great grab by Truman. Anything left in the locker? Truman drop kicks. Picked up by Dixon. And Truman again. Hopefully he doesn't make a clanger. Oh, he does. Please hold on. Please hold on. I don't like this. They've turned it around. That might be a red. That might be a red. Go Pedro. Get rid of it. What are we doing here? Disallowed goal. Disallowed goal. Woo, we held on there. 2-0. Piece of cake in the end. Top of the league. There you go. Look at that. A 9-goal thriller over at Bury. Scott get himself 4 goals. Running away with it there. Interesting. Keeping tabs on him. See if anything comes of it. But that, my friends, is pretty fantastic. 7 straight wins. We're going to plough on now. We're going to plough on. We may come back for the Hyde Workshop one. I don't know. We'll see what the league looks like. Because I really want to get through this. I might come back for the Barry Guiseley or into December. We'll see. But anyway, hopefully appreciate that. Till then, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. We'll be back whenever it is for some more FM23 with Darwin.